We need to talk about Ashanti and Nelly's new reality show that just came out on Peacock, okay? I'm only 2.5 episodes in, actually, but let me tell you, I did not want to watch this reality TV show at first, okay? And I'm going to get into that. I'm going to give my review of the show, and I want to show you some of my favorite clips from the show as well, okay? But before we get started, let me introduce myself. My name is Brandi, and I realize that you could be on any channel in the world, but you're right here with me, and I really do appreciate that. So go ahead and like this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you do like watching TV show reviews and also movie reviews. Now, let me start off by just telling you the premise of the show. Nelly and Ashanti, We Belong Together, follows Nelly and Ashanti as they navigate newlywed life and parenthood after rekindling their romance and secretly marrying in December 2023. The series, which also features their first child, Kareem, born in July 2024, offers an intimate look into their lives, careers, and their journey back together, y'all. And let me tell you, again, I did not plan on watching this series because I like Ashanti so much. And sometimes when you watch a reality show of one of your favorite stars, you end up not liking that person, right? I like her even more now, right? So I would have to rate, again, I'm only 2.5 episodes in, but so far I have to rate it a solid, I would give it an 8.5 over 10. It's good. It doesn't have a lot of tea though, like you're used to in reality shows. It's very wholesome. It's very honest. It's just very relatable because they are so down to earth and they are so funny. But let me tell you one thing I don't like about this show. We don't get to see that baby. We have not seen KK yet, right? I don't know if we're going to see him by episode 8 or what have you, but I want to see him because I know he was probably so adorable, okay? But what I do like about this show is the themes that they're discussing, right? We're seeing Ashanti as a working mom, right? We see her struggling to keep up with her breast pumping schedule while she has to go on the road and do shows. So that right there is so relatable to a lot of working moms, okay? So I think they really humanized her and just made her seem very relatable. We also see Nelly, him on the road and him working, right? Him still getting to that bag, performing his songs, okay? And I think it's so dope just to see these two artists who don't have a lot of new songs or new content, and they're still making a ton of money off of all of their old songs, okay? And I just think it's so cute to see them so in love. When I'm telling you, he's laughing at all of her jokes, she's laughing at all of his jokes, right? Like, it really appears to be genuine, right? It really does. Hopefully we don't find out like years from now that they were broken up and they just had to follow a contract and get the reality show done, no. But as of right now, oh my God, it's coming through as so relatable and so down to earth. So now let's just talk about my favorite scenes from what I saw so far.
Appointment to get a mattress. And I was just like, okay.
This is the exclusive.
Right.
How much is this one?
So this instrument starts at around $76,000.
What? $76,000 for a mattress? We don't even get a damn headboard.
You see, Nelly was not with buying that mattress, okay? I don't think Ashanti really wanted to either. I just think she was messing with him going to that store, right? But you see how cute and relatable they are. Like, Nelly's not trying to act like some big baller that wants to drop a huge bag on a mattress, right? He's like, listen, a sleep instrument. Like, well, we got to get up out of here, all right?
I definitely want to get back in shape. I need my BBK. Body before KK. They call me Little Miss Vacation. It's not for no reason. I feel pressure on myself because I just want to be healthy and in shape.
Now, I think that is so relatable that she is trying to lose her weight after having her baby, but not right after she has her baby, right? We see so many celebrities, right? We see them online about 4 weeks after having the baby, sometimes not even that. And they have a snatched waist already, okay? But Ashanti is keeping it real. Like, I think the way her baby weight is very realistic and very relatable, right? You see her in the gym and she's just naturally trying to get it off, okay? I even liked how she talked about in this episode how she had a C-section, right? And how things got a little bit separated for her. I forgot what you call that when your stomach separates, but she goes into a little bit of detail about that as well, okay? And, you know, I experienced the same thing when I had my second C-section. So for me to hear her talk about that, again, just very relatable and down to earth. And I'm glad to see that side of her.
You know, we are best friends.
You know, you have a commitment, you want to do the right thing, but at the same time, your priority is the baby.
In terms of her career, she has to work, and I have to make that happen.
I love to see her mom in action, right? That's one thing we never seen, like, Ashanti have a fallout with her mom, okay? I know Ashanti's very private. We don't know a lot of her business. They could have fell off, but I never saw Ashanti with like a new manager, right? And Miss Tina on the backboard. We never saw that, right? So I love to see her mom in action, and the way her mom is just repping her, and her mom keeps saying, like, I work for her. Like, I have to make sure everything she does is good. Like, and her mom is just throughout these episodes just trying to keep Ashanti on track and remind her, like, listen, I know KK is here now. He's the love of your life, but you're a professional too. Like, we got to get back out there, right? So her mom walks a fine line, okay? And I think that's very hard to do, especially because she's a grandma, right? Like, that's her grandbaby. So in her heart, she might really want Ashanti to not go on the road to do some shows so she could be home tending to KK, right? But the momager in her is encouraging Ashanti, like, no, go ahead. We got to work, right? We got to keep your name out here popping. We got to keep getting this bag.
I'm very iffy about leaving him. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
The turmoil that we see Ashanti going through, again, as she's just debating whether or not to go on the road to do certain shows, right? Very realistic, okay? Even me, when I had my first baby, I only worked 25 minutes away, and it's only a drive away, right? This woman, she has to hop on flights, right? She has to go to LA all the way from New York to do a show, right? So it's just very relatable, all right? It's just a different scale. Now, the only reason why some people might not like this reality TV show is because some people like chaos, mess, drama, and I'm with it. Listen, I hear you, right? But this reality TV show is not that. It's very wholesome, okay? Like, the real only conflict I remember seeing so far is Nelly and Ashanti, right? They live in a temporary apartment in New York right now, right? At this point, baby KK is only, 4 or 5 months old, and they haven't decided where they want to permanently live. Nelly wants to live in St. Louis because that's where his business is. That's where his family is, right? That's where he's from. And she wants to stay in New York because that's where all her family is. That's where her business is, right? So they're having a little bit of conflict about where they want to live, okay? We don't really see much conflict from them. I mean, we see a few debates going back and forth, like, again, Nelly too, he's encouraging her to get on the road, but he's also acknowledging that she's a first-time mom and that she's very overprotective over baby KK, which he appreciates, right? He's not dissing her at all. He loves it though. But he already has children. He has 4 children, only 2 biological. But the other 2 are from, you remember, his sister passed away years back and he adopted his niece and nephew. So he has 4 kids total, okay? So this is not his first rodeo, while it's Ashanti's first rodeo. So it's interesting to see, like, that little bit of conflict between them, which is very normal. That's what normal couples go through. But the main tea we get from this is obviously how they got back together. They were together previously for 11 years, right? And then they got back together shortly after that Versus, right? They talked about the Versus and the infamous hug where Nelly walked over the stage to hug Ashanti, and he kept joking with her like, you was rubbing my back though. You was rubbing my back. You was with it, right? So I like to hear more about their love story and how their spin the block kind of worked for them, right? Both of them admitted that they never thought they would be back together, right? Like, he was like, I hated her. I couldn't stand her. And she's like, I hated him. I couldn't stand him. Like, they never thought it will happen. So it's just beautiful just to see, again, their spin the block story just working out. Now, it don't work out all the time. I wouldn't highly recommend it either, but it seems to be working out for them just fine. Guys, anyway, if you saw Ashanti and Nelly's new reality show, comment down below and let me know what your favorite parts were. Let me know what you loved. Let me know what you didn't like about the show, guys. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and turn your notifications on for the next review, okay? See you on the next video. Peace.